Hey guys, welcome back. I beat that guy off screen because I was worried that I would die, but I didn't. I promise. I beat him on the first try. I'm rewatching Community because it's on Netflix now. There's a line in the first episode that said, like, off screen, one of the characters, like, it doesn't make any sense out of context, but he's like, I played Zelda and I beat it on the first try. I would like that line. Troy says it in the first episode. I guess he's bragging for some reason. I don't remember. Okay, today's gonna be depressing again. Ooh, I'm learning a song. I remember not really liking this song that much. I guess today I was feeling like okay. Maybe I mentioned this last time, but like having to talk about it. I guess I still feel the same as I did earlier today, but like talking about how I'm feeling makes it more real. Because otherwise, I could just go till tomorrow. I could watch TV all day, play a game, just forget about it. But having to sit here in silence, I'm not listening to the game. And I'm playing it, but I already kind of know what to do, so I am just focusing on like how I'm feeling and talking. Makes it real, and I guess that's a good thing. It's like you're dealing with it instead of just ignoring it. But I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I guess I just said I thought it was a good thing. This is why you need the hook shot. Oh. And I'll get Epona after I finish this dungeon, in case you were worried, which you probably don't care. How do I do this? Okay. Yay. There is a thing up here, I think. No? I thought I remembered a heart piece or a skulltula or something. Okay. Yay, we made it. I remember the last episode I did a couple weeks ago. I spent like 2 episodes trying to find this. Nope. Where's my sword? Why don't I have my sword? Did I forget how to play? I thought you could... Okay. Do you have to take it out? What? Okay. I don't remember... Oh. Sorry. Okay. I'm doing something. Heart piece? Ooh. Ah. Ah. Yay. Okay. I was talking about the game rooms, and I guess I had more to say about what... Hopefully, I can't remember if I talked about this in my audio journal thing or in an episode before. So, hopefully, I didn't. They were talking about somebody... I wasn't planning on talking about this, but then I just thought of it. Somebody killed themselves from Linkin Park. I think it was the singer. A couple years ago. And sometimes they talk about depression, which is good. I'm gonna die. Oh no. Sometimes they say interesting stuff, but this time they were like, just like... The gist of what they were saying is like... Everybody feels sad sometimes, but, you know, it's not permanent, so someday you'll feel happy. That's not helpful advice for people who are depressed. I don't think it doesn't help me. But I don't know what is helpful. I don't really know. I've never really dealt with it in a healthy way, I don't think. I guess maybe this is as healthy as I've ever dealt with it. It's just like talking about it. My throat's scratchy. I don't like it. I have to keep clearing my throat. I haven't talked all day. Give me a break. It's 5 o'clock, and I haven't. These are the first words I've said today, so. I was thinking about happiness. So I guess the definition for depression that I've heard before is like, this might be totally wrong. I guess, I don't know. It's probably like part of it's true, but part of it's an oversimplification of what it can be, because not everybody feels the same way about everything. Depression is just, okay, oversimplified is like, you can't see yourself ever being happy again. Or a possible future, you can't see a future for yourself that's like worth living. So that's why you're depressed, because you're like, what's the point of anything? There's something implicit in there that this is kind of hard to explain. I don't know. Maybe this is like, I was thinking like this is kind of what nihilism is, but it doesn't seem exactly like the right term for it. When I get depressed, I guess that's part of it. Like, I feel like, well, I'm probably never going to be happy again, or something like that. But there's a part of it that's like, depression makes everything meaningless, even happiness. So you think, oh, it's hard to explain, but like, it's not just that you can't see yourself ever being happy. It's that you can't see, maybe you'll be happy, but what does it even mean to be happy? Like, that doesn't mean anything. And you know that that's just the depression talking, because the depression takes over your brain and it makes everything meaningless. But it even makes happiness meaningless, which is like the most meaningful thing, right? What else could be above that? That's why, or like contentment, or like joy, any word you want to use for like why you would ever want to be alive. What's the point of being alive? It makes everything meaningless. Even all the good stuff. It makes you think, well, what's even the point of all that? I don't know exactly how to explain it. I could go to a different direction with it and be like simpler and just what I think. Sometimes when I get depressed, hopefully I don't get lost here. When I get depressed, I think, shoot, what do I think? I had a thought. Everything is meaningless. But there was something else. I can't remember. Follow the arrows. Maybe somebody else can explain that better, but so when you hear somebody say, like, if you're depressed, I mean, I say you, but this is obviously just my experience with it. They're like, just hang in there and someday you'll be happy. Everybody, has tough times. Voice cracking. But someday you'll get through it, and you'll be happier because you'll have dealt with all this stuff, and like you'll have overcome it. That's not very helpful advice in the moment. I guess looking back at, that's something that somebody who has been depressed might even say, even though they know that that wouldn't have helped them when they were depressed. Did I go over? No way. Okay, still have like 5 minutes. But I don't really know what you're supposed to say. I guess I told that to my therapist, and that's kind of what she said, like, so I told her, I guess what I said was, like, I can't remember, well, I said two things, like, I can't remember ever being happy, and I can't remember anything that ever makes me happy. Like, I don't think anything makes me happy. And she's like, okay, yeah, you're depressed. That's that's a function of depression. It makes everything feel meaningless and like nothing matters and nothing makes you happy and nothing's worth doing. That's depression. And once you get out of depression, you won't feel that way. So I guess if that's helpful to know. I don't remember exactly what to do here. But still, right now, I keep thinking it's hard to ever imagine being actually happy. Because I'm always going to be me. That sounds depressing, but I don't know. I guess I have to take comfort in the fact that other people seem to be living fulfilling lives, so it is possible. Like, they're not, I mean, most people are, right? Most people are, they get sad once in a while, but they're like, they don't ever super question, like, well, why am I here? What's the point? I guess maybe everybody does a little bit. Oh, I know this one. I have to memorize this. Right A, down right A. Oh. I guess I do feel like nothing makes me happy. Right A, down, right A, down. Like, oh, this is so, like 10 minutes ago I had forgotten something. Okay, remember, this is it. I feel like everything that I like doing is just distractions from life. So, I like playing video games. I like it. I like watching TV. I kind of like driving, listening to music, listening to podcasts. In my 27 years of life, those are the things I've enjoyed the most. But those just feel like they're not real things. They're just distractions. So how can that be? Like, whenever my therapist always asked me, and I was doing this journaling thing, and one of the big questions is like, what makes you happy? What do you like doing? And I'm liking these things less as I get older. So that's something that worries me. But I just think I kind of like watching TV, and I kind of like playing games. Those don't feel like real things, though. Is that why you're alive? Because sometimes you make a hamburger and it tastes good. Is that is that worth all the other stuff? It doesn't feel like it. It just feels like a distraction. And I can't ever remember being like happy. Like, I guess the big moments in my life the past 5 years have been graduating college and moving out. Those things didn't make me happy. I was relieved when I moved out because I'm like, okay, I finally was able to do it, and I was worried I couldn't. And I was relieved when I graduated college because I was like, okay, it would have been bad if I didn't do that. But I wasn't really happy. Okay, I have to end the episode. It's kind of depressing note, like, I've never been happy. But I told her, my therapist, that, and she was like, that's like a function of depression. You think like you it's like messing with your brain. You think you've never been happy, but everybody has been happy, right? I don't know. Maybe I've just been good at distracting myself from depression, and it's like catching up with me. Like, TV distracts you from depression, but it doesn't actually make you happy. I don't know. I feel like I might have talked about this before. Oh well, my throat already hurts, and I have to do like 8 more episodes. And now whenever my throat hurts, like, you get this feeling like, oh, do I have this virus? I don't think I do, but it's always in the back of your head. Like, if I cough, I'm like, uh-oh, is this it? Okay. See you tomorrow.